Hello again, my friends, and happy February. I might have mentioned this in passing with other episodes, but I have a new favorite thing. I am an art docent, which basically just means I am an elementary art teacher voluntarily for my girls' school. So I went and got trained by our community college to teach basic art, and I come in once a month to a handful of classes and teach them an element of art or principle of design, show them examples of it in like a famous artist's work. And then we do a 45-minute art project to practice it. And it has just been a blast. Originally, it was inspired because of how much of an artist my oldest Noelle is. Like, that's her jam. She's always doodling, right? We've talked about that before. And it's not even just so much the drawing as it is she just has this innate ability to see artistry in so many different forms. Like, she'll see it in animation. She'll see it in baking. She'll see it in makeup. And it's so cool. And I'm sure some of you mamas out there can attest to this. It's so amazing to see a little person be so passionate. It's just so admirable. So I wanted to learn more about what gets her so excited. And it very quickly evolved into more. In addition to that, I've just loved my time in the school. I've loved teaching. I've loved learning right alongside these kids. I've loved these kids. And so I wanted to kind of take a minute to share some of the things that I've learned from elementary art. And honestly, this episode's kind of cheesy because it reminds me, I want to say it was like back in the 90s where it was a trendy thing to have these little wall hangings or posters that had everything I need to know in life I learned in kindergarten, something like that. And that's basically what this episode is. It's my homage to everything I've learned in elementary art. So hopefully you guys will get a kick out of it as much as I have. First, I put down, we are all artists and capable of creating. It is one of my absolute favorite things to come into a new class and tell the kids that I don't do much in the way of visual art. I don't consider myself an artist. They look at each other and look at me like, okay, lady, like, why did they let you come in here? Oh, what are they thinking? But very quickly, we have a conversation about, okay, I don't consider myself a visual artist, right? I color, I doodle, but that's about it, right? It's just a hobby. It's just for fun. I love to write. And there's a reason why it's called language arts, right? We're creating something that helps people experience new things and recognize their emotions. That's art. I was in choir and band growing up. There's a reason why it's called performing arts, right? Even if we are not the ones who wrote the music, which obviously if you wrote the music, definitely like that's creation. It's coming from your own mind, imagination, that's art. But even as a performer, whether it's a song or a play, you are putting your own interpretation on it. That's art. And it's just so fun to see. Obviously, there's a handful of kids in each class that are artistically inclined, right? They're great at drawing or whatever. But then all the rest of them, there's these little light bulbs that go off. And they're like, oh, I'm an artist because I'm already doing this or that. It's so, so fun. The other thing I like to do is to have the teachers do the project alongside the kids if they're able to. And I would suggest this too for moms at home. Like, if you do arts and crafts in your house, do the project with your kids. There is something so powerful to seeing adults create. There really is, especially to kids, the adults that they deal with on a regular basis, because we don't access that all the time as adults. And I think it really just unlocks something and really shows them what's possible when they see us doing those sort of things. Next, it's okay to make mistakes. We are all learning. It honestly reminds me of like kids art hub on YouTube. They always say that at the beginning, like it's, we're having fun. We're that's the point, right? It's not to be perfect, but to have fun. And it makes me think of like a Daniel Tiger episode where he like makes a smudge of paint and turns it into a pig. It's okay to make mistakes. And it's something that I get reminded a lot by my children, which I think is funny. But I do feel like we all need that reminder on different days, at different points and seasons in our lives. We need that reminder that it is okay. It's okay to make mistakes. And I love being able to be that person, right? At the beginning of every art lesson, we're going to sketch this out in pencil because we're going to make it okay to make mistakes. Next is we are all unique. It is so incredibly cool to do an art project. We're all following the same set of instructions. And yet at the end, each piece is so incredibly different. The little details that just showcase who the kid is. And yeah, it's just stunning, honestly. And that's how art is in general. I feel like it gives you that opportunity to be individualistic. And also, as we enjoy art, right, we're looking at a piece of art, we could all be looking at the same thing and get something completely different from it. So we are all unique. Next, we all experience emotions. I'm going to follow this one with the next one because I feel like they go hand in hand. The next one was, it's okay to have off days as long as we keep trying. Now, I only see these kids once a month. So, I mean, obviously, periodically, there's going to be a kid that is having an off day. They're just not feeling it. You can visibly see that they're tired or upset and they're just not into doing an art project. It still gives me and the teacher an opportunity to encourage and to be in their corner and give them a little bit more of attention, but sometimes it still is just not going to happen. So I take whatever they are able to do and I still mount it and I still hang it up. Because even though it might seem unfinished, that was their best that day. And it's okay to have off days, as long as we keep trying. And usually, the next time I come in, they're totally into it. Next, you're never too old or too young to learn or experience something new. I see this with the students. I absolutely am so passionate about them learning these things as young as they are, because I see it in Noelle at home, right? Where I see the light that the art gives her, and I want to just encourage it in any way, shape, or form that I can, right? Offer her the supplies, offer her the opportunities to do this, suggest jobs that maybe she might look into when she's bigger, those kinds of things. And now I'm able to do it on a bigger scale. And it's just so fun to see the light and the hope, the opportunity, that comes. But I also feel that way for myself. I feel like I have learned so much, and I even see it in the teachers too, as they do the projects alongside their kids. We're learning right alongside them. You're never, never, never too old to learn something as well. Next, sometimes all we need is a helping hand or an encouraging word. Even more so than just like me and the teachers helping those few kids that are having hard days, it's also the kids as they are finishing up, walking around, encouraging each other and I'm getting emotional thinking about it. I'm sorry. Giving each other such genuine compliments about each other's work. And it just reminds me yet again how much I don't want to hold back. If I see something good, I want to say it without reservation. And kids just do that so well. I hope they never grow out of it. Last but not least, Seeing others create inspires more creation. I feel like I doom scroll like everyone else, right? We're at the mercy of instant gratification and technology. And sometimes it's best to just take a step back and follow people that are like-minded, follow people that are maybe interested in the hobbies or the aspirations that you are interested in as well. So that when you do find yourself scrolling, that maybe you find yourself inspired to do something with the things that you're watching. And also just with surrounding yourself with good friends and encouraging people as well in your circle. And that's it for now. Until next time, have the best week.